This is Second Esdras chapter 15 and verse 15, and reads to the Holy Scriptures. For there shall be for the sword, and that destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up fight against another, and swords in their hands. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 25, and it reads through the Holy Scriptures. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon, and the stars, and upon the earth the distress of nations, with perplexity, and the sea and waves roaring. This is Second Esdras from the Apocryphal books of the Holy Scriptures, and it reads Second Esdras 9 and verse 3. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars in the people of the world, Shalom, first and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Akakadash. Shalom to the elders for preaching His word truthfully and sincerely, and shalom to the Akim, scattered to the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And I say shalom to the Akim out there, and this is a sit-down lesson of the Holy Scriptures that I just brought out and pertains to this news article. And this can be a potential seditions and uprisings and potential racial tensions, which they had previously, with the previous protests that have been going on in, I would say, Norway and different parts around the world in European countries, of this potential burning of the of this book, of protesting of burning these books and stuff like that. And this is, I just want to add an additional note to that before I read this news article. And this is from RT.com, World News, Alternative World News from RT.com, published as of June 28th, 2023, and it reads, a KORAN burning to be permitted in European capital. Stockholm police have explained that security risks are not high enough to warrant a ban on the stunt. It says Swedish police have allowed the demonstration of Stockholm, during which activists intends to burn the you-know-what book of the ISLAM on the first day of the major holiday for the MUSLIMS. Similar actions have early sparked Turkey outrage, with Ankara warning that such stunts will be a significant obstacle of ratifying of the Nordic nation assessing in the NATO's membership. Right, because I believe Sweden is getting close to joining NATO. Right, and been previous outrage and protests about that as well too. So I just want to add an additional note to that. I believe that happened like a couple of months ago or sometime last year when they had that little momentary protest about that. And the president of Turkey spoke about that. But, I just want to add an additional note to that. But continue on with the reading. It says, according to the demonstration permit, quote, by local media, the rally will be taking place on Wednesday afternoon, which is today, outside a MOSQUE in the southern part of Swedish capital. 2 people are expected to take part of the explosive. The city police did not explicitly give the green light to burn the you-know-what, referring to the protest rather as a demonstration about the KORAN, while also warning of possible fines, according to a state broadcast, SVT. Right, and this can potentially spark tensions between both sides of the Edomites and the Ishmaelites, because the Ishmaelites are the modern day Arabs, because Arabs is a mixed multitude that supports and look at this of their beliefs of this book, while you have the other side, which is potentially a conservative side of protesting of the burning of this book that can cause some stir on both sides, which they did previously. Like I mentioned, the recent protesters over there in Norway, as one person burned the book, and then they had the other side of the Ishmaelites, which the Arabs. They was in uproar about it. Previously. So it can potentially spark more tensions of that as it did previously. It says the police does not explicitly give the green light to burn the book, referring to the protests as a demonstration about the KORAN, while also warning of possible fines according to the state broadcast SVT, while recognizing that the planned stunt may have foreign policy consequences. The permit deems the associated security risks are not of such a nature that they can be the base for a decision to reject an application for a public gathering. Stockholm police spokeswoman Helen Bostrom Thomas said that the law enforcement agencies are preparing for various developments and are ready to prevent disturbance. Salwan Malka, a Iraqi refugee who intends to burn the KORAN, has described of the you-know-what book as a danger to democratic laws and human values, adding that the demonstration seeks to criticize the you-know-what beliefs. It says Harman Wafif, the director, says he was shocked by the policy's decision. However, he said the celebration of the Eid al-Adha, the Muslim holy holiday, which kick off on Tuesday, would continue as planned. Commenting on the issue, Swedish Prime Minister Ulf Kristersson declined speculating of whether the rally would hamper of NATO's accession process, describing the demonstration as illegal but not appropriate. After an initial KORAN burning event in Stockholm in January, Swedish police banned similar rallies, citing security and reasoning. However, in early April, a local court overruled that restriction, citing the right of freedom of assembly and dismissing a potential security concerns. In February, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said that as long as Sweden allows the declaration, if I pronounce that right, of the KORAN, his government will not allow Stockholm into NATO. The Nordic nation applied to joining the U.S.-led military bloc after the Ukraine conflict erupted into fighting, but the accession process so far remains in limbo, in part due to the Turkey's demand that Swedish crack down on Kurdish groups is a territory that are them terrorist by Ankara. So with that, hopefully this lesson was edifying of this recent news article from RT.com, world news, alternative world news from RT.com as of June the 28th, 2023, and it reads again, the KORAN burning to be permitted in Euro capital. So with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Wakar Kadash. Shalom to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely, and shalom to the Akim scattered through the four corners of the globe preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And until next time, I will say shalom.